We also have an honorary inductee who was unable to attend the original induction. And so tonight, we'd like to give her the opportunity to properly accept her induction.
The music of African Americans has influenced the entire pantheon of American music, from blues to folk to country to rhythm and blues and rock and roll. But sometimes an important voice was silent for long periods of time. That is the story of Elizabeth Cotten, who was mostly unheard and unknown for years. Elizabeth Cotten was born Elizabeth Nevels on January 5, 1893 in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. She was raised in a musical family and first played her brother's banjo before she purchased a Sears and Roebuck guitar from McDade's store on Franklin Street when she was 11 with $3.75, when she only earned 75 cents a month. Elizabeth Cotten was left-handed but played the guitar strung for a right-handed player by turning the guitar upside down. This meant that the top strings were on the bottom and the bottom strings were on top, as she played the bass lines with her fingers and the melody with her thumbs. This unique finger style later became dubbed cotton picking. During her early teens, she began writing songs including Freight Train, which became a timeless song recorded by Peter, Paul and Mary, Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, His Name is Alive, Doc Watson, Taj Mahal, Chet Atkins, Grateful Dead, Mike, Peggy, and Pete Seeger, and Gary Clark Jr.
Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm gone.
In 1910, she married Frank Cotten and gave up her guitar playing after they had a daughter, Lily. Over the next 20 years, the Cottens owned homes in North Carolina, New York City, and Washington, D.C. For 25 years, Elizabeth gave up playing the guitar publicly except for occasional performances at church. Fate had a way of bringing her back into music where her talents were recognized and acclaimed. However, at home, her family always enjoyed her playing well into the night. Elizabeth worked all her life, putting her many skills to work to overcome obstacles and to face each new phase of her life with optimism. Proof of her progressive, uplifting nature really showed through when she began a new career in music at the age of 70. Elizabeth was working in a department store when she saw a young girl who had gotten lost from her mother. Cotten helped the girl find her mother. That girl was Peggy, daughter of composer Ruth Crawford Seeger of the famous Seeger family. Charles and Ruth Seeger hired Elizabeth to work as a nanny. Penny, the youngest daughter, could not say Elizabeth and nicknamed her Libba. The Seegers were a musical family who often played at home. This led Libba to teach her music to the children. Son Mike Seeger recognized Cotten's talent and taped her playing. That tape became Cotten's first album, Folk Songs and Instrumentals with Guitar. It was released on Folkways Records. She toured with Mike, which led to the folk community recognizing her unique talent. Elizabeth Cotten performed with artists Mississippi John Hurt, John Lee Hooker, and Muddy Waters during the folk revival of the 1960s. She performed at the Smithsonian Festival of American Folklife, appeared with Muddy Waters at the Newport Folk Festival, and toured the USSR with Taj Mahal. Elizabeth Cotten's career continued into her 90s, and in 1984, she won a Grammy for Best Ethnic or Traditional Recording for her album Elizabeth Cotten Live, released by Arhoolie Records.
Every time, when I say that, I want y'all to say it. When I say, oh Lord of me, everybody can say, shake, sugar-ree, everything I got is in pawn.
She lived in Syracuse, New York until her death on June 29, 1987, at the approximate age of 103. She was named a living treasure and has a park and statue in her honor in Syracuse. 2 years after her death, in 1989, Elizabeth Cotten was named one of the 75 most influential African American women in the documentary I Dream a World.
Here to accept Elizabeth Cotten's induction is none other than the Cotten family themselves. So please give a warm welcome to John Evans Jr. and the Cotten family.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My family is humbled and proud to accept this award on behalf of our matriarch, Elizabeth Cotten. She loved the state of North Carolina with all her heart. She opened every show that she ever performed live by saying these words: "Hi, children." I didn't do that. Hi, children. My name is Elizabeth Cotten from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Every performance. All of the inductees here should be proud of being from the Goober State. And we're thankful for those of you who made this part of your evening. We're proud of you for acknowledging all of our inductees this evening, and we look forward and thank you for allowing our family to have a share in entertaining you this evening. Thank you.
And now, demonstrating Elizabeth Cotten's unique playing style, live for us, John Evans Jr., Jared Evans, John Evans III, and Jordan Evans.
All right, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Having a good night? Word, nice. So we're here tonight to celebrate my granny's legacy, and so we'd like to play her staple song for you guys called "Freight Train," and this is just amazing for me to be on the stage with my two brothers and my dad right now. Like, this is our first time performing together. I thank Granny for bringing us together, man, because. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna let my little brother say.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. My name is Jordan Evans. I'm the baby of the group. I have a little story about my granny that kind of resonates. So a lot of people know that she was a virtuoso on the guitar, but it mentioned in the bio she played upside down and backwards, which is rare to do, is taking a left-handed guitar, not restringing it. If you can tell, my pick guard's not supposed to be up here. So the very first time I picked up the guitar when I was a wee little pup, I picked it up like this, and I'm naturally right-handed. So my father was with me at a pawn shop. He's like, why are you playing it like that? And I was like, it feels natural. And ever since then, this is how I play the guitar. So it's kind of like it skipped 5 generations, and for some reason landed on me. And this is Granny playing through me right now, so it's pretty awesome. Thank you, guys.
My name is Jared Evans. I started playing guitar a few years ago, and very soon after I started playing Freight Train. It surprised me how simple this song can be. Many great guitarists have taken this song and done amazing things with it, but at its heart, at the core of it, it is 4 words, or four chords, 2 choruses, 2 verses, and it can take you so many places. One of my favorite things to do lately is just to sit on my front porch and play Freight Train until my hands cramp up. It's amazing.
Thank you, guys. You know, I had the privilege of every night listening to Elizabeth Cotten, a very gentle, kind, loving woman, play guitar until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We wrote songs, we sang songs, she told us stories, and I'd like to share one story with you this evening because I think part of being a person who shares their life is actually sharing what goes on. And musicians have always told us stories about what was happening in their neighborhoods, in their towns, in their cities, and in their state. So this is a little story that Granny told me when I was a young boy. She said, baby, there was one day I got home, and my mother got home from work, and my mother smacked me across my lips because Miss Mary down the street told her that I had worn her Sunday hat. She said, now, baby, ain't nothing but a fool will wear Mama's Sunday hat. And I knew who that fool was. It was my sister Lillian, had worn the hat, and Miss Mary thought it was me. So she said, well, what could I do about it? She said, I wrote a song. And the song is called Oh Baby, It Ain't No Lie. And part of the lyric of the song is, there's one old woman, Lord, in this town, keep a telling her lies on me. Wish to my soul that a woman would die, keep a telling her lies on me. Miss Murray never knew the song was about her. But she'd always say, little sis, will you play that song for me, that old babe song? Just a little vignette I wanted to share with you, loving people, this evening. Now we're going to give you our rendition of Freight Train.
Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm gone.
Freight train,
run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm gone.
When I'm gone and in my grave, no more good times there I'll crave. Lay those stones at my head and feet, tell them all I've gone to sleep.
Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm gone. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I'm gone.
When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on Old Chestnut Street. Lay me with that number 9 as she comes rolling by.
All right, let's see if y'all can sing this with you.
Freight train, run so fast.
Freight train,
So fast. Come on, y'all. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I've gone.
Okay, let's try just the ladies.
Freight train, run.
Y'all sound beautiful, ladies.
y'all do sound great.
Oh my goodness. All right, fellas, what you got?
Freight train.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
So fast.
Oh, I got some.
Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know.
All right, let's try everybody one more time. Here we go, everybody.
Freight train, run so fast.
Come on, y'all.
Freight train,